What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Lineman Life Live. It is Wednesday.
Hump day.
Hump day. Get through the middle of the week. Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you guys being in here with us. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And share this stream with your friends. Get them in here. Let's hang out. Let's talk a little football. Today, a couple things happened. Not a particularly fast day in the world of football and sports in general. But somebody got that bag secured.
Oh, shit.
Somebody got that bag. Derek Carr, Raider Nation, Las Vegas Raiders have extended their quarterback, the longest tenured quarterback in the NFL, or in the AFC, rather. Derek Carr has been extended by the Raiders. He's agreed to a 3-year, $121.5 million deal with no trade clause included. Said, you can't get rid of me. I'm here. Now, I mean, look, man, Derek Carr is vastly underrated just because even though he's a key cog for the Raiders, they have struggled at times, not purely because of him, but through management, things of that nature. They just haven't really been able to put it all together. But with last season being the way it was, and the things they had to deal with early in the season with Henry Ruggs going out with his situation, losing multiple players with John Gruden being forced out by Roger Goodell. These guys just
he held it together. He held it together for sure.
He held it together. He was like fucking Gorilla Glue out there.
We thought they were going to go.
That shit was ready to break apart.
Yeah, we thought they was going down the tank. As soon as, all those pieces started falling off, I was like, damn, this guy, they're going to be 4-15 or 4-15.
I mean, when John Gruden was gone, it was like, okay, this is going to be bad. Then the very next week, Henry Ruggs is gone, and it's like, okay, this is about to get ugly. Then they lost another player. I always forget his name.
I can't remember the cornerback's name that was with the guns.
That was on Instagram threatening to kill people. Everybody in their mama was like, yeah, these Raiders, we about to see that wagon fall all off the cliff.
These are your dad's Raiders.
These are your dad's Raiders, because it was looking like it was going to be just a banner year of futility for Las Vegas. And Derek Carr was a big reason why it got held together. He was a big reason. He was the reason it was held together, and they have decided to reward him with a hearty extension. I believe the next 3 years he's going to make $100 million, which is overall, or wait, yes, if I'm correct. Before that's without all. It's not fully guaranteed, obviously, but he's guaranteed about $100 million of it, and it's looking like it's looking like he's he's doing well out there in old Las Vegas.
Yeah.
The Raiders.
No state tax, right?
No state tax. For years there's been rumors that they're going to trade him, that they're going to get rid of him. He secured that bag, man. He secured that bag, and it's good on him. Good on him.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a large part of the reason why Devontae chose Vegas. It seems like from their friendship from the college days, played a huge role in him coming there. So, hey, more power to him, man.
Yeah, he also attracted top tier wide receiver talent, best receiver arguably in the NFL. He got him into Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So, hey, I need a little kickback on that. No trade clause. All right, you got it. you earned it.
I know how Vegas works. Let's scratch your back, you scratch mine.
You dang right. You dang right. Now, also in quarterbacking news in the NFL, a little bit of drama. But what would it be in the NFL if there wasn't drama at the quarterback position?
Yeah, I mean, well,
Baker
middle name should be drama.
Mayfield.
Hmm.
Baker Mayfield was on a he was on a podcast. The name's not shown here. I'd like to give them credit for it, but I do not see where they talk about the name of it here. But he was on a podcast where he was asked about his situation in Cleveland. Now, obviously, we all know Deshaun Watson got the call, fully guaranteed $230+ million contract. And this was right after Baker Mayfield was told that he was in good position. He was in good, solid position with the franchise. They were kind of out of the running for Deshaun Watson. It was, or so it was thought. And he was just getting ready for another season. Next thing you know, bada bing, bada boom. I want to trade. They went and got Deshaun Watson, and he feels a certain kind of way about it. But let me just make sure this is set up right here. Let's go ahead and hear from him, because obviously he'll tell it to his best.
Yeah,
Let's hear from Baker Mayfield.
Right now is like I really, truly, honestly have no regrets of my time in Cleveland, of what I tried to give to that place.
Right.
And true Clevelanders and true Browns fans know that. And that's why I can walk away from the whole situation feeling like I did it.
And now do you feel like the way the office has handled it has been disrespectful to you, given where you came in and where they are now?
Perfect pitch. He just pitched to the perfect go ahead and say it line. You think they're disrespecting you, buddy?
Little soft pitch right there.
Okay, so here's the podcast. You know what podcast? You know what I mean podcast. Okay. That's who it is. So shout out to them. They got this, but yeah, it looks like it's just, podcast at somebody's crib, which cool.
Hanging out.
That's how you do it. But he just gave him the perfect little softball pitch. Hey, knock this out the park. Set the internet ablaze. Let's hear the rest of it.
Like Baker is like, hey, ask me if I feel disrespected.
Yeah, make sure you you know what I mean. Bring it up somehow. You know what I mean? Just bring it up for me. Got something to say.
Then it can just be me answering.
Say what?
No, then it's just me answering a direct question. It's not me.
Yeah,
bring it up. On my own accord.
Oh yeah. I didn't bring it up. He asked me.
What am I supposed to do?
I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to be honest. All right, here we go.
Now and
the respect thing is like it's all going to be like a personal opinion.
Yeah,
like,
and
I feel disrespected 100% because I was told one thing and they completed another. That's what I'm in the middle of right now. And you know what? Okay, I got my taste of it because I've had 4 different head coaches in 4 years, a bunch of different coordinators. I've had talk about the highs. They always come back.
Mm-hmm.
They always come back. But I had great times my rookie year. Like I didn't start in the beginning. I came in and got to have fun the back half of the year. 2019 sucked. 2020 was great. Made the playoffs. 2021 was miserable. It's like, I'm just looking for stabilization right now, and like I know what I need to do for me to be the best version of me, and to be able to lead an organization. And like, I'm in a good place right now.
Right.
Where like, I have no clue where I'm going.
That doesn't sound like a good place.
Sounds like you're kind of just floating in the wind. Honestly, I ain't mad at him for saying it. I think that there is a lot that can be said for, his situation in particular. It's not okay. So it's the NFL. We all know that it's a business. This is cold, shrewd business in a way. Hey, man, that's what it is. Suck it up.
Yeah.
Teams do this to players. This is nothing new.
Right.
But also, he has had 4 head coaches and 4 offense coordinators in 4 years. That's not stability. That's not a winning formula for any franchise.
No, it is not.
And
but winning teams tend not to have these issues.
Yeah, winning franchises don't have this continuous turnover of their staff year in and year out, and that
kind
is
kind of a chicken and egg, situation. Like yes, you've had instability, but it's because the team isn't performing, and you're kind of at the crux of that.
Yeah, you're the
Although
quarterback.
It's
going to go on your shoulders.
But yeah, when you make the lion's share of the money, and you play that position, which is the most important in organized sports, it kind of falls to your feet.
Yeah, no doubt. And look, he has done a good job, I think, in Cleveland, all things considered. He got them to the playoffs. They got a win in the playoffs.
Won a game.
They won a game in the postseason, which is small feat.
So did Tim Tebow.
So did Tim. Hey, so I guess from a certain point of view, you ain't done shit. But he has a point, but that point is kind of washed over by the fact of, again, the things we've just said. You're the quarterback. You're the face of the franchise. When it's at its peak, when things were going great and y'all were in the postseason, it was you who they were coming to and showering with compliments.
Yeah, you got a billion commercials out of that shit, man.
Yeah, the guy's making hella money off commercials before he even really got going in Cleveland. And, it's kind of the way the ball bounces. Now, on the other side of that, this league tends to show no loyalty when none is required. So if you're not guaranteed something, then they don't really act like they owe you anything.
Right. I'm
and
not sure what he thought was going to happen.
And at any time, they can just flip the script on you. I mean, they flipped it on him. They literally flipped. I mean, they flipped the script in like 24 hours on him. Like, no. He's our guy. Next day, bam, Deshaun Watson. We're introducing Deshaun Watson, holding his jersey up.
Yeah, if Deshaun tells you, I'm not interested, then you say, hey, you're our guy. Then by hook or by crook or by whatever miracle, Deshaun decides, hey, y'all still got that deal.
Hey, y'all make it fully guaranteed. You got me.
What do you want them to do when a guy like that becomes available?
What you want them to do? Say no?
Like Richard Pryor said, in Harlem Nights, when the Yankees come to town, you move. That's all it is.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's better than you in just about every way.
I mean, there's no doubt that he's better than him.
Like, even
there's no doubt.
I mean, as confident as Baker is in his abilities, like, I'm sure he would probably acknowledge that privately.
Yeah, I mean, he can't. I mean, that's why you're not hearing him say anything about Deshaun Watson, because there's no reason to even go there. I mean, he is better than you. Any team that had you on it, of all 32 teams, if they got an offer to get Deshaun Watson that they could make happen, you wouldn't be the starting quarterback on that team no more.
Yeah, every team is moving heaven and earth to get a guy like that. 26 years old or 25 years old, whatever.
And he ain't got no tread on them tires. He got all the tread on them tires. Ain't nothing been worn off.
A whole year off.
He got a whole new set of tires, a rotation, a balancing. All over the course of last season, they shined him up, detailed the insides, and I mean, when they put him on the lot, bang!
Yeah,
he got by, son.
Look at Kyrie Irving right now. He missed half the season. Without injury though, and now as soon as he came, full clearance, he's out here roasting cats. I mean, if you have
he just a fresh Lamborghini right off the lot.
Hey, there's
playing in away games.
Nothing like fresh legs, man.
Fresh legs like nobody's business. And look, at the end of the day, he's going to end up somewhere. Now, this season, he's going to be screwed over. That's just the fact of the matter.
It sucks. I mean, the timing is shit. Kind of after all the other dominoes had already fallen. It's just one of those things.
He is going to be screwed because he's going to be having to play quarterback for a team he doesn't want to play for, because Deshaun Watson's probably facing some kind of suspension. We all know that. So he's going to have to play. If I were him, maybe, I mean, hell, you can't even ask for more money. Like, they're just going to look at him like, we think we're good with the contract you got now, son. Like, nah, we're not giving you anything more. No more money. And he has to eat that. So he's going to go through a season where he's literally going to be just a stopgap quarterback who has no future with this team whatsoever. until Deshaun Watson comes back to play. And then once he comes back to play, you're going to sit the bench. You're going to shut up, sit the bench. You're not going to say anything. And if you're lucky, when the season's over, we'll trade you to somebody. But
well, wouldn't he have had if he had shut up and just okay, take the disrespect. Tough pill to swallow. I get it, but just be quiet.
They're gonna send him where he want to go. That's gonna be the reward.
Yeah, they could have helped him out, or even better for him, play this year with Deshaun suspended, potentially.
Yeah. I mean, you get to put some more stuff on film.
Then decline the 5th year, or get the 5th year option declined. I'm sure, and then you can pick your team. So by making a big stink out of it, he really fucked himself.
Yeah, if you make a big stink out of it, dude, you're gonna end up in Detroit. Well, which may not be. Well, could be an all right thing. You're gonna end up somewhere bad. You might end up in Jacksonville behind Trevor Lawrence because you're not gonna start over him either. But
yeah, I'm trying to imagine a place where he could be the guy.
I would have said New York if they would have been looking to get rid of Daniel Jones in the offseason, but
I think it's going to be hard for them to move
Seattle.
him.
I think Seattle is open for him.
I think Seattle or maybe Pittsburgh. But
yeah, maybe Pittsburgh now that unfortunately Dwayne Haskins has passed and he's not going to be there.
I'm not sure if they're really sold on Trubisky or not.
I mean, if I had to choose between Baker Mayfield and Trubisky, I'm going to
probably go with Baker
Mayfield.
Yeah,
so that could be the blessing in disguise that he doesn't even realize yet. Could be.
Other than those two, I'm struggling to come up with a situation that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, because the AFC is so deep with QBs, and the NFC, the teams that you're looking at, they're going to be potential contenders. They got QBs too, though. I mean, they're not maybe not as good as the AFC side, but they've got a decent little batch. So it's going to be hard. Yeah, it's going to be hard for him to find something suitable, and the fact that he's going to have to wait a season to get it,
right.
That's going to be rough. But we wish the best to Baker.
He's still a young guy.
Still young.
He's got that, going for him.
Yep.
Even if he doesn't play a lot this year, he'll still be under 30. And, in a league where quarterbacks can play to their probably 50.
45. Clearly.
Yeah. He's not like an overly athletic guy. He can move around some. He can.
Yeah, he's not his game. He's got short legs, short arms. He's a short quarterback. So that's the only thing.
Not his game. His game is not.
But he can run. He can run. He's got a tough guy mindset. So he's not afraid to take some shots.
We'll try to run over linebackers. He's a competitive dude. Competitive dude. But that's how he ended up with a fucking separated shoulder.
Yeah. To a fault, clearly. But I feel bad for him, but at the same time, man, like, look, man, your career ain't over. You're gonna get a chance to go out there, still play. You're getting paid. You're still getting paid good money. Shoot, money. You gotta just punch through.
You and I probably seen hundreds of cats come and go, that were told one thing and it didn't work out.
They did a complete. They told you was playing on Sunday and they cut you on Friday. Like, damn. So it's cold, man. The league is cold, and for him, he's finding out now. So next time, you're not putting your shoulder down on 3rd and 11 against no linebackers running for that first down, because if you get hurt, let's check out the waiver wire. They're going to be looking for somebody to put in your place.
Yeah, it sounds great that you sucked it up and you getting it out for the team.
You'll get a pat on the back, that's for sure.
Right. There's no asterisks for them. They're just like, oh, he didn't complete enough passes, didn't win enough games. Yeah, let's get the next guy. It's not. Oh man, he is a real tough, competitive guy. This is the kind of stuff we need in our locker room. Like, that's for the media.
No, it sounds great when they're talking to the media. Yep. But as soon as they get done with the media, yeah, he's about 55% on passing last week. We might need to start looking.
Oh, Deshaun's out there? Okay.
Let's see if we can get somebody big. We need to make a splash. All right. So Baker Mayfield situation, it is what it is for him. And we'll keep an eye on that, obviously. Well, I'm sure it's going to be breaking news if he gets traded at some point, but we don't expect that. We expect him to be put through football purgatory. So we'll see what happens with that. Now, next up, this man here. You may not know him, or you may not recognize him with the safari feathered hat he has on here, with the Superman t-shirt and the red bandana, but that's Cam Newton. Cam Newton had some things to say the other day on a podcast. Man, motherfuckers get on these podcasts and they just be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna shock the world today."
You're sitting back, you might have a little yak poured or something. You're feeling good.
Had a couple. He did too many curls before he came in. Had all that blood flowing.
And then your truth starts coming out.
Here comes your truth. This is the shit that don't make no sense. All right, well, let's hear what Cam Newton has to say. This was him on I can't even see the name of it.
This was on $1 Million Worth of Game.
$1 Million Worth of Game podcast. Talking about I guess his ideal partner in a relationship. Let's hear about it.
I gotta share the audio.
It's not. Oh my God! It always. You know what? Then why they say look at this tab instead, but don't share the audio too? Come on.
Right.
Damn it. Oh, it says shared audio. Yeah, share tab. All right, here we go. Starting it up.
Could just be me.
I had a perfect example of what a man was in my life by my father. My parents have been together for 36, 37 years now, and it's a beautiful thing. I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. And I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is a person who's just, girl, I'm a bad bitch. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay.
And it's a lot of women who are bad bitches. And I say bitches in a way, not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick. Now,
How he caught himself.
A woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby, like, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
Well.
Another setup by the host.
I mean, these cats they getting set all the way up. I mean, and look at it. You see his face when he said something, he was like, "Oh, okay. Oh shoot.
Oh, you don't know when to be quiet. You don't know when to be quiet.
He's like, you recording this? You recording this? You recording this? You getting this?
Okay.
Make sure you turn
You
up.
don't know
Make sure
when
you
to be
turn up.
quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
Got him.
Number one trending.
Hey, people about to know my show. They about to know my
They
show
finna
tonight.
know my show. We finna get our sub count up. Okay, so look, there's a lot to unpack here. Look. You got to tread carefully here. You got to tread carefully. Because what he just said sounded like some 1950s Mad Men shit.
God dang.
Where you come out and if your wife comes out the kitchen, you start beating her with a sock full of soap. Like, why is he saying something that's just so obviously not the case in 2022. I mean, it just doesn't. This is not where you don't want to die on that hill, my friend, because there's bodies all at the top of that hill, strewn out everywhere.
Yeah.
Of cats who tried to bring this kind of mentality into the modern age, because it's just not the case. Look, those times are gone. Those times are not now. Like, he said a woman needs to know when to be quiet. I mean, come on, bro. You know what's going to happen when you say something like that in this society.
Right. Like,
they are going to roll
gone.
you out of this motherfucker. You're going to get
gone.
rolled. And not only that, like, look, he starts off.
Read the room.
Yeah, read the room. I mean, look. He starts off saying he learned how to be a man from his dad and his parents been together, yada, yada. Okay, that's cool. That's your family. That's your history. Now, tell us what you think about women now. And he just proceeds to just... Some cats don't need a mic in front of them. You don't need to be asked. They don't need to be getting interviewed about things of a societal nature, because they just... and it looked like he can't
help himself.
Huh?
He just can't help himself.
And he really kind of went to that spot. And I'm going to play it back a little bit here. He went to that spot and kind of in a side-about way, he starts mocking the whole bad bitch thing. Like,
there was a time I thought he caught himself for a split second.
I thought he was like, oh, well, you know what? Actually, not. I don't really mean that.
I
thought he had the pocket presence
37 years.
No, what'd you say? Go ahead. My bad.
Oh no, I was just saying, I thought he had the pocket presence to avoid the sack.
You got to step up in the pocket, Cam. You got to step up.
Dump it down,
up in the pocket.
Dump it off to the check down, and
check it down to the running back. The safe bet. Don't throw it into double coverage. Your shoulder's been reconstructed. You can't get it down there.
Back and whip for the home run.
He went. He threw that mug 40 yards down the field in the double coverage on 1st and 10.
Years now, and it's a beautiful thing. I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. And I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch.
That's where you got
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Yes.
A bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
When you're being interviewed and and you're going into a really slippery slope, when you're being asked a question about things like, women and their place in society now.
Can you expound on that?
And they ask you to explain the difference, you need to think about what you're about to say, my friend. You need to think about it. You got to think about it. You can't just shoot off at the mouth without having actually thought it through.
Right. I might have slapped the mic out of his, oh God, what happened?
I would have, if I was his agent, I would have tripped over the whole table and just knocked everybody's mics off. Oh, sorry, folks. I mean, look, man.
Got the commercial.
For real, like, oh man. I mean, just listen to him.
Woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is a person who's just, girl, I'm a bad bitch. I'm doing this.
See, right there, he's already messed up. He didn't even really define it. He didn't even really give like an explanation of what a bad bitch is. Like, there's a lot of different, and again, we're saying this in the scope of what Cam is trying to label it as. So, a bad bitch. Now, in the urban slang, a bad bitch is a woman who is taking care of her business, independent, maybe even a business owner, doing well for herself. She probably, has a family as well. So it's like kind of like the guy who's got his family and working and providing. It's the same thing, but on the other side in a sense. But also they're, not absent from the culture. They're not absent from from the world's like the happenings. They're not stuck in the house. They're not stuck in the kitchen. they're actually able to multitask this thing and be in both realms at the same time. Like that is what a bad bitch is.
I mean, like Beyonce said, like, independent woman.
That's what they are. You know what I mean? Like they're
able-
independent. They're autonomous. They're self-sufficient.
Able to be in both lanes if I so choose.
Exactly. So, in a sense, that is the only thing he probably should have talked about.
Right.
Because that would make sense. You'd be like, okay, that's a grown woman. But no, he decides he must go on and he must continue. He must be the intellectual in the room and explain to everybody the perspective that they're missing in this whole discussion.
So I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay.
What? No, that's what they're doing. They're acting the part. That's exactly what they're doing. That's why it doesn't make sense that he is just kind of like completely flubbed this into an incoherent, misogynistic to a point diatribe that really doesn't it's not a good look for him. So let's hear it again, just hear the rest of it, because I mean it's just, you see it piece by piece. You peel back a layer and it's just getting more and more rotten what he's saying.
And it's a lot of women who are bad bitches, and I say bitches in a way not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Damn it!
It's okay to use the phrase if that's in the, if that's,
he's not even
that's the term.
speaking like, he's not using the right terms. He's not speaking about this. He's really not saying anything, to be honest. He's kind of just, it's a word salad is what they call it in the political world. He's saying a lot of things without saying anything at all, because he still has not really given you a clear picture of what a bad bitch is.
And like the week of all weeks where he had the shining fucking example to use, what's a bad bitch? We just saw one, get appointed.
You know what I mean?
As bad as it gets right there.
You know what I'm saying? We just got a female Supreme Court justice just got appointed just last week. I mean, that would be like, yeah, that's a bad bitch.
We got one helping, we got one as vice president. It's
we got a vice president, a female vice president, and you can go there and say that. Like those are examples. Those are
these
are things out there for you, buddy. Like, come on. They're
doing some of the greatest shit that's ever been done. Enough said. I don't have to mock anybody. I could just two of the most powerful people in the world right now.
And it's like, I mean, I don't, man, some people, it's like the old saying goes, it's better to be quiet and be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt.
Right? Yeah.
And look at him. He's got the shades, the hat, the feather. He look like an old pimp out the 70s. Looks like an old pimp out the 70s. He said, yeah, we finna put these girls to work, y'all. We finna get that cheddar, that cheese guap.
Damn. Not the Terrence Howard.
We finna get that guap. Tell Chanel she better have my money by the 6th. Like, come on, dude. This is where people look and they say, oh, well, he's just a dumb jock. Because he's not even like, his sentences aren't being framed in any kind of real descriptive way. He's just shooting off of the mouth.
A woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs.
Okay, so look, I'm not going to, what he's saying, the way it sounds is quite ridiculous. But in a relationship, there is catering done on both sides.
Yes, I would imagine that both parties cater to the other at some point.
Both parties cater, yes. So there is a give and take there, yes.
But he did not say that.
But you didn't say it like that. You just said just for a man's needs. Now, if you present a caveat after saying that, say, and also I realize that as a man, I need to, be able to cater to my woman and take care of things that she needs me to take care of. And I need to be able to, be in sync with her in that regard. Then you have covered your bases and you're good. because you applied it to both sides.
Right.
But if you only apply it to one side, well, now you're a misogynist.
Or even better, if you just would have said partner.
Yeah. We're partners. We're partners in this. So even though I want her to cater to me,
woman now.
Boom. Like.
So if person A caters to person B, and person B reciprocates.
Exactly. Like this is the circle of life. Like it goes in a circle. So I give to you, you give to me. We keep going. But I mean, and dude just was looking at him here like, yeah, buddy. Viral.
Hey Cam, you need a bathroom break or something, dog?
He said, "Hey, you know what, Cam? We're gonna take a quick break, real quick. No, man. I got some more I want to say. I got some more. No. We're gonna take a break real quick. We'll be right
trust
back.
me. Trust.
You know what I mean? Like, this is it's just not a good look. Not a good look. Now I think that's just about everything. Oh no, there's about 15 seconds left.
And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby. Like, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how.
That's the shit to me where I'm like, bruh, your mom would smack you for saying that right now. Your mom would smack if your mom raised you and your grandma raised you and you was in a 3-parent household with your dad, your mom, and your grandma. You know damn well you put them down. You just put them down.
Yep. You
just put them down. Because you know damn well they would, if you said that in their presence, they would step in and correct your ass.
Yeah.
And that's where, to me, it just proves that he's not thinking about these answers. He's just talking to he's just trying to sound intellectual while also sounding completely asinine. And this is this is a bad look. And I mean, look, you're a quarterback who's pretty much at the end of his career. Like you're probably not going to get signed because, look, your shoulder's reconstructed. You can't throw the ball down the field with any accuracy. It takes you like 2 seconds to fucking throw it with the way you rotate. Now your whole body goes into the throw now, like, because you don't have that range of motion in that shoulder anymore. So, maybe it's time you start getting ready for post, football life, but this is not one area that you don't need to be thinking about getting into the media side of things, because unless you got a script that they keep you to, not going to hold up very well. Not going to hold up very well. I think that this is just so off the mark. And look, I understand what parts of what he's trying to say, but he's not. Look, is having a woman that can cook a bonus? Yeah, because look, while that's traditionally like a role that we put on women, it's not a thing that is exclusive to women anymore.
Right. Some of the greatest cooks in the world are men now.
Chefs, a lot of the best chefs in the world. Yeah, boom. And on top of that, like there are a lot of women who do a lot in their relationship, but they don't cook. Right. And that's, if you love your woman, then you take that.
Nowadays, everybody just Uber Eats.
Boom.
Eats out.
I mean, it's not that you say that that a woman it's one for you. It's one thing if a woman can't cook. It's that you're making it sound like that is a de facto. Exactly, that's a de facto requirement to be considered a good woman, which is totally just like, hey, not the truth.
What I look for in my partner. Okay, you're old school. I get it. Probably go over a little easier. But if you're trying to say all women should do this, or you're not a real woman,
like you put them all in a bucket.
That's gonna get you flamed up pretty quick.
And look, the world had their way with him, and one of the people who definitely stepped up to the table and said her piece. Travis Kelce's girlfriend. Travis Kelce's girlfriend came out. She had some things to say. Now, make sure y'all let me know if y'all can hear the audio here before we even get into it. Oh, hold on.
Nope.
Can you hear it?
No.
Damn, you know what, man? They need to fix this shit then, because that's some bullshit. All right, here we go. So Travis Kelce's girlfriend had plenty to say about this. She posted a video. She had some tweets. We'll go through this article from TMZ Sports, and we will talk about it. So here we go. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I think I messed it up again. Hold on. Can y'all hear it?
Yeah, I could hear it. So I don't.
Okay, cool.
Out of DMs from y'all sending me this Cam Newton interview. I saw the interview. I haven't said nothing about it because I think it's foolish that we have to keep having this same tired conversation about the qualities that make a woman of substance. This man said that you need to be able to cook and know when to be quiet. Because that's what his mama did. Like, boy, go take your mama then. Check it out on Twitter. If y'all want to go check out Twitter, you can stop sending me the article. I saw it. I saw the interview. I said what I had to say on Twitter. Okay, bye.
All right, now. Look at his face.
She must have roasted his ass.
Okay, so this is what she said on Twitter. Let's go ahead and look at the full conversation. She says, this is Kayla Nicole, Travis Kelce's girlfriend. She says, the obsession with women being able to cook is truly comical. Because it's like, if your palate is so superior, date a Michelin star chef then, bozo. Pretty sure the average woman is capable of making edible food. How do you think she survived thus far? And she goes on to say, it's really not a matter of can she cook. It's more like, does she want to cook for your hungry hippo ass?
God dang.
Yeah, she went kind of hard there, not gonna lie. But that's her response. And I'm, hey, I can't really argue against. Oh, wait, y'all didn't see that. Damn it. Oh well. There's just another. I went on to another to the actual tweet, which is right here.
Well, I saw what you were reading.
Okay, cool. But then she had more right here where she says, if it's really not a matter of she can cook, it's more like, does she want to cook for your hungry hippo ass? So, look, I don't have anything. That's a W for her. That's a win. Because at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. I don't know what else there is to say. It does make him look makes him look misogynistic, makes him look a little sexist when he puts it out like that. That the only value a woman has starts with whether or not she can cook. But it's like, dude, can you cook? It's 2022. Can you cook? That's the question. I can order Uber Eats. All right, then shut your ass up. Sit down and
Uber Eats all
relax.
day, baby.
Everything he said, while some people may value that in a relationship, it is never a one-way road. It is both ways.
Right. Plenty relationships with both partners can cook. Every adult should know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, know when to be present but silent. And that can come up in any number of different situations. So
any person that values their partner should cater to them somewhat.
Exactly.
I imagine
no
that's
doubt.
A big part of most relationships.
Yeah. Whether it's male, female, male, female, don't matter.
Yeah.
There's always give and take for both sides.
I would cater to
so
a dog.
Be cognizant of it.
If I owned a dog,
Yeah. Yeah. So
any entity I have a relationship with, I have needs that are met by them, and they have needs that
reciprocate.
Yeah. I think that's the name of the game.
So definitely, he's definitely probably going to be locale of the week with urinating trees. So look out for his video whenever he drops it. But definitely, I can appreciate everything she's saying here, Kayla. I can appreciate everything she's saying, and I don't disagree with her. And I think that again, Cam Newton is just putting himself in a bottle, and He ain't got no way to get out.
Yeah.
Squeezed in, he can't get out.
I don't think this affects his playing his career at all. I don't think he was going to get signed, most likely.
Nah,
And
he's
it
like
certainly
an
doesn't
emergency
help.
guy at best.
But this doesn't this does nothing.
Yeah, because the internet will never forget. So if he gets signed, you better believe Mina Kimes or somebody's going to be putting out tweets about what the hell he said back on this podcast, so the people know this is the kind of guy that blah blah blah. But
right, yeah, there's always going to be that backlash, if you touch a guy like this. But I mean, if he was playing like 2015 Cam, somebody would still take
it's a
that
different
chance.
story. Maybe.
Free agent Cam.
Free agent Cam, reconstruct his shoulder Cam, nah. All right, let's move on. Next up, we got some O-line film. I believe, that's what we got next. Yes, sir. We got O-line film next. We got Daniel Falele out of University of Michigan. Offensive tackle, 6'9", 387 pounds.
Ooh.
That's a thick boy.
That's a big ass boy.
That's a thick ass boy. Let's take a look at his
just
film.
At least one pancake in this video.
He better I mean, he's so dang big, he can just lean on cats and
Basically.
cake them out.
Basically.
Stay here. Let's pull him up. All right. This is going to be University of Minnesota versus Ohio State. So this should be interesting. He is our right tackle right here, number 78. Let's go ahead and get into it. They got the end zone film already up, got the back end up. Here we go. So now this front we're looking at here, this looks like an over front. We got a 3 technique to the strength. And you got a shade on the back side. It's traditional 4-3 over. Linebackers off D lineman, D lineman, D lineman, and D lineman here. Now, you can see that arrow?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's take a look at the play. And let me slow it down a little bit here just so we can do proper breakdown. All right. Here we go. Okay, he didn't do a damn thing on that play. And then he got laid on and he's on the pile. Oh, not a good start. Okay, so let's take a look at the footwork first. Okay, he skipped. He galloped into this. I don't know why you would do that. This is looks like this is supposed to be a double team here.
Yeah, that's different.
Yes, I guess you would gallop into a double. Not a tackle. You would pick it up, put it down, get up into it. But he just appeared to be a little bit behind here. I see that he's trying to kind of sit into this because he feels like the D line has gone away from him. Let me see here. Let's take a look at the D line. No, D lineman didn't stunt, but he played right into the guard, and he's assaulting the guard right now.
Yeah. He's like, a little help, bugger.
Guard is in the backfield. Boom, walks him back, and he's just kind of fell into the mix. He's not really doing anything here. I would give him a minus just because he didn't really touch anybody. So yeah.
Couldn't agree more there. You're just being
a little bit more
out here, just out here being big. Being big.
Yeah, you're being big on that play without actually being big. So now this one here, this is I guess this is a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if my offensive lineman did that because this guy was lined up widen that gap up a little bit.
Yeah,
that's actually a smart move.
If he's going to be out there, just keep on pushing him out there. Shit.
That's right. Now again, like I always say, you should look at your defender. He knows you're going to block him. Look at him, so you know what he's doing. So you can at least get a good read, a pre-snap read on him.
This is also another home game, so
and it's a home game. They're in Minnesota. You can see the the maroon down here.
Not like he's looking at the ball or has to look at the ball.
Now, let me go back. Let me get another look at this Just get off on the line. Okay, so he's stomping his feet, but I guess he's trying to sell that run. You got a play action here. You got a slide block coming through here. You got a double team here. You got guys manned up over here. So he's selling the run, which I would say if you're going to sell the run, and if this is his run footwork, then okay, that needs to be coached up. But use your run footwork in that and sit down on it. He gets a little bit too involved with trying to cover the guy up completely instead of playing on the angle, and he loses the inside.
Yep.
We've said this numerous times, have we not, Justin? When you get out there, you want to play him inside out because at a certain point, this becomes a pass protection.
Yeah, this is
now
not a good look right here.
Now, in regular pass protection, this would be what happens when you get turned too fast in your set. This guy realizes that. He feels him leaning to the outside, and he comes underneath it.
I mean, even if this was a run play and he hands the ball off there, the defender's going to see the running back with the ball going towards the line of scrimmage. I mean, he's going to react at some point. So you can't just keep floating out there and assume because, I had run footwork, he's just going to fight to not get hooked forever. These guys, they play defense, but they're not that dumb. They're not as smart as us, but they're not rocks.
Yeah, they're not O-line smart, but they are quite instinctive. So you got to be able to understand what it is that sets off their alarm when they're rushing you. He sees you've overset him. You're leaning to the outside. You got your head on his outside. There's all this space in here, and he play actioned it. Well, let me get inside here. Now you've got two choices. You either tackle him and get the holding, or you let him go, and somebody's going to pay dearly. And somehow he didn't make that play.
Damn. That guy's how do you do that?
Didn't make the play.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I would say you gave a pressure up, but you blocked him. All right, so here we've got, this guy's a project. I can already see.
Yeah, pretty raw.
He false steps here. False steps with his left foot. Kicks out. Now he gets good punch, gets on him well. I mean, hey, the play doesn't really require much of him. So I'm going to say you get a plus because, you did your job. Now, we'll coach you up on how to do it more efficiently because that false step is going to get you in trouble.
Right. There's not much threat of him going inside from out there.
Yeah.
At least not immediately. So there's no sense in him taking that step. We saw a couple other cats do something similar with a tighter end where you were worried about the instant inside move, but that's not a threat here. I would say he ducks his head on contact some as well.
His hands are late, that's for sure. His waist is turned. He's opened up at the hips.
The guy doesn't look to pay for here, but if you kind of lunge like that and duck your head, you're going to end up, getting swatted, and your face is going to be in the dirt.
Yeah, one of the most.
That's a long way down.
One of the most terrifying feelings for an offensive lineman when you're in this position where your waist is out over your legs are behind you, one's off the ground, is this guy reaches and grabs the back of your jersey right here and pulls you through, and you just go flying because that's what will happen in the NFL.
Yep.
This guy will feel that lane. He'll either swim over the top of you or once he engages, and a lot of times defensive tackles do this more often, in my opinion, they reach to the back of your shoulder and pull your shoulder down and go right by you. And it's like, once they do it, it's like debilitating. You can't even react because your arms are being pulled from behind. So you just lean forward.
Yeah. Nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do.
Hopefully you got a little chicken wing in there and you can just
you try and kick him while you flying by him.
Well, otherwise you're just gonna leg whip him and get a penalty. That's the only other alternative at that point.
Yeah. So
the penalty's worth it.
So here I would say definitely he'll get the plus, but he didn't really, he didn't help himself with his technique. Now here I don't know, man. This defensive end is really shocking him. Yeah, and you see the arms flail up. Come on. Holding. He held the shit out of him, too. So this is an outside run. This is essentially an outside zone. And look, this is good here on the backside. They're on their angles, they're running. Even your guard here, he's on his angle. He's staying with presence here so that he can keep his eyes on this guy as a threat. Now, this might have been the call. But this is the guy who's presenting the immediate threat. If he comes firing uphill, firing downhill, you got to come off and you got to take him.
Yeah, you're not going to pass up that color.
Now,
there's no fullback, right? Yeah.
No fullback. Now here, we're looking at his second step. This is his second step. This defender's already taken his second step, and he's about to make contact. And he's got his hands. This is how the offensive tackle should look. Now, maybe not with the legs so far off the ground running, but you know what? Let me put this thing on silent.
Yeah, he's not in much of a position to strike there. From here, it's just going to be a kind of reach out and grab type situation.
Yeah, so he's got his arms wide. He's got his arms spread out wide. What's the easiest target for the defender? His chest is wide open.
Big ass chest.
And that's a big boy chest. That's a thick boy chest. So, look, this guy's huge compared to him. Size-wise, weight-wise, he's probably got close to 100 pounds on this guy. No bullshit.
Right. And he's still able to.
And he stands him up, holds his ground, literally holds the line, and sets the edge with complete control here. His eyes are inside. He can come off. If this guy isn't holding him, like you'll see he is, he can come off and make this play too with 6.
Yep.
Because right there, he's being held. So this is actually a damn good job by this defensive end.
Yeah, this is like teach tape for the DN here.
Like this will go on a clinic film for Ohio State, showing how to do this technique the right way. He's got his hands inside this guy perfectly. This guy's arms are flailing to the outside. His second step is crossing over at this point. And he stands him up. And he keeps the edge set.
Yeah, keeps his outside arm free.
Outside arm it may not be totally free, but it is in control of this man. Yeah, he's getting held. This guy's hands are on his back right here and on his back right here.
But I think he would be able to make the play outside or inside at that point. He has such good control of the breastplate, which is what both guys are going for, and clearly he has that advantage.
He had the leverage, he had the explosion, he had the separation, and if it's not for that pretty much hold, he probably makes that play. Yeah. That's a damn good job. So he definitely gets a minus for that one. All right. Okay, so this will be a guy who would have to drop like 30 pounds. Because look how this is a double team. Now I guess they're taught this. They're taught to gallop into it, both of them, which I'm not mad at. I was taught that. We were taught that in Jacksonville. The tackles had a choice whether they could use it or not. The guards, when we went down on a double, like if we were doing a double team here with the center, if it was, and it's always, there's always a little nuance. So if this guy's any tighter, then I would gallop down. But here, I'm just going to pick it up, put it down, and we're going to run him off the ball. I'm going to take a lateral step without turning my ankle or without going upfield, take a lateral step here, and then come vertical on the double team. And the same thing the center is going to do. We're going to be meet at the hips. We're going to push him back. Now, they may tell the tackle to do this. I've seen tackles be told to do this from their position, to gallop in. And that's usually because they have to make up a little bit more ground than the center and the guard do. So here, he runs the gallop, but that's a pretty slow gallop. Your guard's already in full contact with this guy. He's fallen off actually because of how slow you were to get there, and now he's kind of sliding off of it. And oh man.
I mean, that's what every defensive tackle is taught, play, attack one man in the double team.
Back one man, turn your hips.
Then don't give the other guy, any surface area to hit.
Don't give him anything to hit. You're right.
So, I mean, he plays this about as good as you can, number 6 here.
This is good. 6 is playing it the right way, and he's undersized.
Yeah, you could tell.
I mean, this is a guy that you should want to double team like every play.
Yep.
But you've got to have the double team's got to hit him. It's got to hit him, and he doesn't hit him. He ends up on 35, which I'm assuming, that's his backer. And he pretty much
oh no.
He held 35 too.
Big tree fall hard.
35 he almost got it. He almost wiped somebody out.
Oh yeah.
He got his leg landed on for sure.
Yeah.
That could have been ugly.
I think because he's not getting off the first level, the guys are going to be able to skate over the top on him pretty easily. He needs to be like, once you're not blocking on the first level, so as soon as he's not fucking with 6, he needs to get up much quicker.
Get up.
I mean, you're not going to wall off guys most likely in the league, but at least be able to run them further than they want to go. And if you're still stuck in the first level, there's no way you're going to be able to run guys or wall them off or get any kind of a efficient block. It's just going to be reach out and grab them and hope nobody sees it.
Now, also, like, look, you know what play you're running. Tighten this split down. Cut that split in half.
Yeah.
Like, your shoulder should be, right down the middle. Or at least your leg should be right down the middle. So you just take a small lateral step and get up the field. You're slow. So you gotta cut the corners a little bit. You're not making up all that. Look at you. Your toes you're touching. Your feet are touching, my friend.
He's tapping his heels together.
This is unacceptable.
He's going to Neverland?
Yeah. I mean, he's lucky he didn't just fall down.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
You finna go home. Now, he got a hit on this guy, which, I mean, okay, fine. That's
lateral movement.
Yeah, but that's not, this play is a downhill play, so they need you to be moving this guy back. And then, so not a good double team there.
You don't want to be wasting too much time shoving the guy way, way down here when I know the play is, designed to come back out towards me, and I'm going to have to get, I'm already big, so it's going to take me a little while longer to adjust, laterally. So if I go way down here with both hands and try to shove that guy across the guard's face, it's going to be near impossible for me to turn back, get upfield to the second level. I would recommend one hand, stay parallel to the line of scrimmage, keep that out.
Yeah, get your shoulder into it with the outside hand free and work him vertically. And then once the linebacker flows over the top, once he goes over the top of the play, then you hit him and run him.
Yeah.
But
if
you
that
can't,
tackle, Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you can't. It all boils down to him being able to get on the double team. Now, let me go back a little bit. He has to be able to get. This is where everything starts. If they can't double team him, then it doesn't matter.
Right.
And if this guy goes away from you, then you put a shoulder through his hip bone so that he goes flying, and then you come up the field and you run this guy out.
Yeah,
because really,
love the gallop, because I think it's hard if the guy goes away, like on a stun or something, or if he's just trying to play into the guard heavy. I think
you got to realign your feet
to get back upfield and not chase him down. Whereas if you're kind of running like inside zone, steps, you're more in control. When he goes away, you can just put that hand up. Okay, he's gone. Now
Now right here, he's making contact with his guard. He's making contact with his guard.
He's blocking
There's
his guard
nothing to hit. Yeah, there's nothing for him to hit on this guy because he's hitting his own guy. So he's screwed from here. Like, that's where it's like, okay, you can't do anything now. You're going to have to turn your shoulders to get through this gap. He's going to nail you in the face, and then he's going to run. And, this guy doesn't give him, he just kind of pushes off. But really, I mean, he didn't even have to touch him. He could have just went over the top.
Yeah, he could easily have bubbled, to the D gap there and made the play. But he might be shaving points or something.
Next play up, because that one was an abortion. Okay, so I'm not really sure what's going on here. I know they're running an RPO. It looks like they're doing a give. Let's see. Yes, it's a give. So, okay, let's let it run out. It's a bad play for one, but I mean, whew, college football. Is this game planning?
Like, dude, he's clearly not going inside.
Yeah, he's not coming inside. There's a reason he's out here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-man box. Probably don't want to run this play. Both your edges are set by them. So you probably don't want to run this play.
You're outflanked on both ends. You're
outflanked. But since you're going to run it like dummies.
You only got 40 hours to figure out audibles. So clearly not enough time.
Since you're going to go ahead and, run the play.
Just run
this is not bad right here. This is actually, the center is a little bit off here, but they got a double team that they're starting. This is where it's just all cluster. This is a clusterfuck right here. Ooh. But this, looking at our tackle, you want to come off the ball, and I guess you don't necessarily need to like hammer this guy down, but you want to come off the ball with some kind of speed there. You want to come off the ball with some kind of aggression, like take a false step, and then you're open. You open this hip up right here. You open this leg up right here. You take a false step. So you're just kind of in space. Your hands are low as hell. You're not ready to shoot anything. But watch how this guy takes on him. This is how you can tell the difference between how guys are being coached. Because honestly, defensive linemen are being coached to do the same thing offensive linemen are doing. Come off the ball and shoot your hands on your second step. Shoot your hands, get control and leverage by getting underneath his breastplate and lifting him upward.
Yep. So 2 races. Race to get your second step in the ground, race to get your hands inside.
Now, this you can call a stalemate, but at the end of the day, a stalemate for the offensive line means that the D-line won. Because a stalemate means that everybody on the second level is going to be free to go after the ball carrier.
Right.
And that's just a stalemate. That's not a winning block.
Now, about the design of that play, it doesn't really affect the play. But like we keep on saying, rip back up field once the guy, feels the play going away and chases over the top. It might not, he might not get a hit every single time, but the one time you don't think about it, he gets a late hit and the fucking guy running back fumbles or something.
Well, like we saw earlier in this film. Yeah, like we saw earlier in the film, this same kind of situation where he had a guy who was just kind of out here. Well, this guy jammed him in his shit and got inside and really, outside of the holding, would have made the play. So you see where even though he's not necessarily involved or not necessarily at the heart of the play, if you don't get the correct technique, then you can put yourself in a bad position. Now here, again, you've got this defensive end.
It is hard to do that shit at 380.
Oh yeah, no, again, yes. Yeah, you're right. Like this is not a situation where the guy is, he's not very nimble because he's a big dude. He's 6'9", he's almost 400 pounds. He's big. And, with him dropping some weight, he'll become more athletic. He'll be a little bit faster. He'll be able to, actually control himself and control his momentum better. And, you hope to see that in his growth as a player. But, we're great. We're looking at and evaluating what we see. And what I see here is somebody who doesn't really have full, he's not able to he's not able to show his best because he's kind of fighting. It feels like he's fighting himself in each play. And that's not, I'm not saying that's his fault, but I'm saying that in the league, they'll try and mold that, but there's got to be something there for them to see. Now he's a strong guy. You know, he's a big guy, but he's not using it because he can't get leverage. Because his feet are too close together or his feet are too wide. His hands are late. Like all these things here. Okay, this is actually good. He's setting. He's actually in a good set. 45-degree angle, pretty much. He's got his weight on the inside when he's shooting his hands. He makes contact. Now keep your slide going. Now you know what's going to happen here when you look at this leg.
About to
It's
open
going to
up.
cross.
Yep.
This leg here is going to click. He's going to click his heels. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, he actually didn't.
All right.
Now he did open to the he opened to the sideline, but you know what? At this point, yes, you're going to. He's allowing it to happen more naturally, keeping his 45-degree, got his hands on him quick. This is his best play.
Yeah.
Pat him down.
Pretty good.
He's a little, Hawaiian cat, so he's a little nice. He's nice with it. He's a little nice, not being a dick and burying him like he's okay. Push him down on the neck a little bit because he's Ohio State. That's cool. You get a plus there. That's a good job. Ooh.
I mean, we see there is, something to build on. Clearly, I mean, a man that size. I mean, people are going to be intrigued for sure.
Yeah, they're going to be intrigued for sure.
And
he's going to be a project for somebody.
Yeah, and there's some athleticism there, even at his size.
Yeah,
so that makes you think, man, if we can get him down to 350, 345,
I have something.
And then we coach him up and get his feet right, and get him.
Just put his hands on him here, and he put him on the ground.
Yeah,
I mean, he just put his hands on him and put him on the ground. That's his best block of the day. It's a good block. It's a good block. Now this is a reoccurring issue for him, and I just can't. Maybe it's the technique that he's using. Maybe it's the gallop, like we talked about. He's not a double team guy. Just not a double team guy. He can't do it. He hit his own guy again. Knocked his own. Well, kind of helped him there. Well, or no, maybe his guy came off. 77 came off because he saw that backer shoot. Okay, good. It's a good job. That's what you're supposed to do.
Great.
Okay, so this is not a fouled up block by any means, but it's not always pretty, but he got it done here. I'd give him a plus.
Yeah, I can live with that actually, because there's a lot of shit going on there. Because I mean, the tight ends blocks are collapsing the whole fucking thing, so it's really tough to overcome that. Yeah.
Tight ends can't block, so hey, if they're a play side like that, I'm worried. I'm just worried about not getting my knees blown out. Look at them. They just throwing themselves like, yeah, actually not bad.
I mean, they wash them past the play, but at what risk?
At what cost?
They're still down there, biting around people's knees and shit.
Now this is what we've been talking about, and this is, obviously, again, this is a 6'9" guy. He's going to have to work extra hard to stay low. It's going to be much harder for him to stay low, but you can relate what's about to happen here to any position on the O-line going up against any defender. This is what football is about in essence. Who gets leverage first? And that's where, in this situation, he's out leveraged right now. He's leveraged. Now, this guy is now 8 is fighting for his life.
Yeah.
Because this is a thick old boy.
Yeah,
and momentum down the hill.
Into that block or into that.
You know what I mean? He got his whole entire body into this trying to stand this dude up. I mean, fighting. Now he peeks inside, which that is not his responsibility. That is his responsibility. He should be keeping out of here. He peeks inside. The running back sees that, feints in, and gets outside. Now, luckily for him, 14 was aware enough to realize what was happening, and he got back on top of it. But I think here it's hard for me to look at this and evaluate it with certainty, just because. Does he lose this block? I would say no here, because he has the gap, and his running back made him right.
Yeah.
His running back made him right. His running back feinted to the inside, got this guy to commit, and then went back outside. Now, you've made it a harder road for the running back, but at the end of the day, he still is taking on one defender here, and that's his guy. That's who he has to take on.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, most plays are designed for the running back to have, I got to make one guy.
You got to make one guy miss. So I think that, this is actually not a bad block by him. It's just not a pretty block. It's just not pretty. But the objective is to reach this guy, and he reached him. Now,
Yeah.
did he lose? Did he give up yard? Give up field on that? Yeah, he did.
I mean, it's going to happen at tackle, especially when you're the open side tackle. There's nothing to prevent that guy from running somewhat upfield before contact. If you're the tight side tackle, there's a body there, in a tight end where they got to.
You want to expand too, right? You want to expand that hole.
Yeah, that's where your movement's going to come mostly as a tackle, is laterally, is expanding that hole. It's very rare for a cat to just reach you from, reach a loose 5, drive him
and
5
just
yards,
drive him off the. Yeah, that's not happening.
That's like some Walter Jones type shit.
So I mean, it's not it's not pretty, but it works. It's not pretty, but it works. All right, so let's take a look at another one here. Pass set, good. Okay, he's just slow. He slapped him.
Damn.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow.
Now this is actually a good set here by him. I can't even get mad at it. This is actually what you want when you talk about a pass set. Now his hands are low. He keeps a little presence for his tackle, which is fine, but maybe just get your hands ready a little bit quicker so that you can get a little bit more of this punch into his chest. But not bad. It's actually a pretty good pass set. I'm not going to be mad at that.
Yeah.
It's just, big dude. It looks like he's moving hella slow, but he's doing the right thing.
See, now he's like relaxed because he knows it's a screen. Like, hey, you could be that set gets real pretty when you know it's a screen.
Oh yeah, look at him. He
really
just
have
the
to block
whole
this
way,
motherfucker.
just setting the whole way on him. Oh damn, near got picked off.
It was that tight end middle screen. What kind of dumbass shit is that?
All right, another one. Okay, so they get to he stays on. That's fine. That's fine because they were on two different. They weren't ready for this, and I think this is more of a natural. Whoa,
yeah,
what are they doing here?
Well, hold on.
More of a natural game than an actual game.
Yep, that's what I would guess here. So, folks at home, when the D line is that they're on different levels like this, they can just
run a game.
They're like, well, shit, the D tackle's already getting penetration. Let me just run inside, and he'll now be the contained player.
Yeah. So this is not a bad job. This is fine. I mean, you just run them in there. Quarterback's flushed out. I mean, it might be called the pressure, but it's all good. Let's take a look at one more play here. Let's see here. Okay, this is not bad. This is good. This is a good one. This is a more of what I want to see when you're like going to go attack a guy on a play action. You sit down on him, boom, you got him. That's what you want. Maybe sit down a little bit quicker here. Just a little bit quicker. I actually think this is really
aggressive right there.
Yeah, like this is his most aggressive look.
9 must be a fish. Because he was not doing that with the other dude in there.
Yeah, 9 is designated pass rush. That's all he's going to do.
That guy's a fish. We got one. I can do all my little tricks and shit now.
Yeah,
he had no fear, inside.
He had no fear of any kind of advanced technique right here being used on him. He just mauled him like a bear, big old bear. Look at him. He don't even know where to go. The DN's like,
He's still expanding. He's still expanding the hole. He takes him out to the far hash almost.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, look at this.
As an evaluator, you look at something like this and like, man, if I can
I can get him to do that every play.
I can get this kind of result 4 out of 5 plays. We're winning
That's good.
football games.
And again, look where his leverage is when he makes contact. Now this guy feels like maybe this could be a run, maybe not. This dude's huge. I haven't been able to see above him all game, so maybe this is a run. And he's got a responsibility on his gap, but at the same time, this guy has kept himself in order, kept his body aligned, and he got this guy locked up because now he has nowhere to go. He doesn't know he doesn't have anything to do. He can't counter anything. No swim, no rip. He tried everything. Swim, pull, swim, rip. Nothing.
I think that's the beauty. Once this cat gets a hold of those shoulder pads, oh my gosh, there's nothing you're going to be able to do.
Yeah, once he gets his hands on him, it looks good. Once he gets his hands on the guy in the right place, I see him, I see where his potential is. Because he's got big hands, it. He's got massive hands. You can't get around him. And if he sits down on his block, you can't even counter off of him. And that's how you want it to be for a guy who's this big. He drops a little weight, works on his footwork a little bit more to get some more of the quick fiber twitch going. And boom, this guy can be a much improved player by his second, third year in the league.
Yeah. He's taking some giant steps, not just on this play because that guy's far away, but in general, he takes a lot of big steps.
Yeah.
You don't really want to be doing that too much. Again, the bigger step you take, the longer one foot is in the air. You're exposed.
Yeah.
Balance isn't going to be great on one foot, obviously. But
those things matter.
When I see this, he has this dude locked up like a Chinese finger trap.
Yeah, you got him straight. He got him locked right here. This dude has nothing.
He's trying to break his elbows and shit, and nothing's happening.
He tried to do everything. He goes over the top. He goes underneath. He tried to pull him first.
Yeah.
He tried to pull him through. Then he tried to go over the top and swim him. That didn't work. Then he tried to rip under. That didn't work. Then he just, he got walked off.
He said, fuck it. I'm just going to go chase the play.
Hustle downfield. So, I think that we saw some good things in this guy. A couple of really good plays where for him, it looked really good. He got himself in the right position, got his hands where they needed to be, sat down on this guy here, hit another pass set earlier that looked pretty good. Look, this guy is ranked number 10 on the top 10, which is, for what they're saying, okay, fine. That's probably accurate, probably 10. But even with a guy who's at the bottom of the list, you can see where there's some potential there for him to be a solid player with coaching. And that's usually what it boils down to in these situations is that, this guy is being coached right now, but, at a collegiate level, but now coming into the NFL, you're going to be coached by guys who are going to teach you how to take advantage of all of your different attributes as a player. Like you're going to be able to learn how to sit, learn how to put that weight on the inside. You're going to learn how to punch. You're going to learn how to time it up. You're going to learn how to fake punch, how to shoot your hands to get a guy to commit and then pull him back in and then shoot him at him again while he's flailing a little bit and just own it. Like these are things that you'll learn. And, as you learn them, you can integrate them into your game. You can, you'll learn how to bend those knees a little bit. You'll learn how to just take advantage of all these gifts that he's got because he's a big dude. And big dudes, I've seen big dudes. Like, look at Trent Williams. Trent Williams, again, that's the best tackle in the league. But he's, 6'7"?
Something like that.
6'6", something like that. And he just running. He looked like a tight end running on pools because he loves to do it. But, being taught the techniques, being taught how to do things faster, more precise, more violently, but under control.
Right.
Those are things that you get in the league. And that's when you see your
explosion and pop.
Yes. That sudden explosion will become something that is more second nature. There will be less hesitation. You'll know what you're doing, or you won't be on the team.
Right.
So you'll know what you're doing. You won't be thinking, because I feel like in college, a lot of times, these guys play a little bit, they play slower because they're thinking a little bit, are they right? And also, you're going up against an Ohio State defensive end who's probably number one in his position in the state that he came from, and you might be a little bit intimidated by that. In the NFL, not going to work.
No, we're all out here.
There's no intimidation. Fuck you, motherfucker.
We are all on this field together.
We all was the man
Yeah.
at our school. We all was the guy. So ain't no fear here. I'm trying to make my name bigger off you. I'm about to try and break your ass. I'm going to shake your ass and break your ass.
Right. I'm out here trying to get a check, motherfucker.
I'm out here trying to get paid, son. Shoot. Anyways, that is going to be it for us on this live stream. We do appreciate you guys for being in here with us. I am Uche Waneri. Got Justin Blaylock, my co-host, here as well. We are Lineman of Lineman Life. We will catch you all on the next one. Now, one note before we go. I've been trying to get Justin on Elden Ring. So on Friday, I will possibly be streaming Elden Ring on Friday. We're gonna see if we can't get him in there to jump on with me. I
bought it.
Summon him.
I purchased it, downloaded it, so I'm ready to go.
We're gonna see if we can get him in there, because Elden Ring is a whole experience. It's a whole experience, and I think you need to have that experience, my guy, because it's a damn good game. But that is going to be it for us. We appreciate y'all. We will catch you all on the next one. Peace.